I appreciate that, and I appreciate it because I know what age group you're coming from. But you're like one of the last of the movie kids. I hope you understand. You are. And I can tell you that by the fact that you are one of the few people that will sit and text and not give a damn and, like, you know, have your lulls at my joke or whoever's talking and just enjoy the experience. And I've seen people just kind of holding their punchy chest and getting all healthy about things I'm saying. Because, you know, when you look at, like, let's take some examples. Look at John Johnson. I don't even think he had a problem with us. But look at when he talks to these women, the women that he encounters, the second he gets mad out the gate, disrespectful. You do not see men from other communities treating their women that way. They might do it in their closed doors, in their little Koreatown, or in their little Haiti, or in their little where you don't see it.
YT talking points.
Okay. But whether you call that a white person talking point,
I thought you said you didn't do that, Vader.
Whether or not you call it, first of all, I'm not one of these people that sits back and goes and grabs statistics out of my ass and says white talking points. I'll tell you exactly.
You just did.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday, hump day.
I'm not saying she a dummy. I come here for the intellectual. Go ahead.
We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline.
A
moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Stephen Curry.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5.
Most African women. Why do most Nigerian women? It's always black women. And when Africans and other people say black women, black people, they're specifically talking about black Americans most of the time, including the majority of black Americans into whatever they're complaining about, criticizing, stereotyping. They're not talking about their community. And we, dumbasses, come up and accept it and engage it.
A lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. And for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Daniel. And it's Green in at the 5 spot. And let's go over to David Aldridge, who has something to say about MP. DA, take it away.
Well, all anyone can talk about is the matchup between the two potential MVPs. So I asked MP, how do you block out the noise? He told me you've got to block out the noise when you're facing someone like SGA. This guy is complete and he is relentless. You lose. They're both looking forward to this challenge. Kevin?
As you say, you got to block out the noise. You're right, DA. A challenge for both of these great players.
Okay. So much talk about Steph's scoring ability, but he's also a great facilitator.
Up top, Gilgeous Alexander. He's covered by Daniel. And the basket by Gilgeous Alexander.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
It's really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. And he does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Gilgeous Alexander with it. Really played well against Portland in his last outing. Shoots over Curry. Gilgeous Alexander can't get it to go. Here's Daniels. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
I don't think they are either, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
And here is Holmgren. His last outing, he had 18 points. Back to Gilgeous Alexander. Shot clock at 5.
We just saying we don't think we pushing the culture. We just think y'all indoctrinating it.
So America is not good. Other countries. The USA, we don't go out of our way to support it. Now you guys
shot from 16. That's good on the jump shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the night.
Excellent shot from SGA. I like seeing him shake loose in the mid-range.
No good.
Due for a miss after 4 of 5 to begin this one.
Pass to Hartenstein.
America and pushing their culture, their ideas, filling stadiums. Which way round?
That's not pushing. That's them accepting it.
Williams outside. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Warriors
They've
lead.
created how many points? No, that then maybe not that.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
This quarter belongs to them, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Last season, the Thunder finished with the 1 seed for the first time since 2013.
To do what I was talking about, though. Throw everything to the stove and Americans, but let's just be honest right now, okay? And this is what the disingenuousness about this whole conversation is. I specifically stated some points of grievance. And now we're listening to well, Americans, no. Here's the thing. Black people, we just kind of do our black people thing. We have a ethnogenesis that's happening here because we were so unfortunately Nigerians, okay, to a bunch of white people and then worked like dogs for hundreds of years, and they created our own communities and our own slang, and then once we started establishing coolness, all right, the cool black guy effect, everybody who was black skinned suddenly was like, that's cool shit, I got some soul like that, let me do this, let me burn up, play it up.
That's a two-pointer. Warriors with the rebound.
I mean, that's facts. You're not lying.
You're not going to get away with that kind of lapse. All that often here
Black
tonight.
American culture is just contagious.
Machine of possession. Take that from them today. Ending with the basket, coming off a quick pass.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively,
Going back in the past, we had a
inside the
situation
paint.
where we started having our
Other
own
end,
thing.
he
Everything was
drag his matchup
good
out
when
to
we
the
had like
point
the Black Wall Street or whatever the
What
case
makes
may be.
these 7-footers
Then the
such
thing
a
got
special
bombed.
player.
Like your favorite people, favors by the white team, where they got bombed. So here's the thing, though. Even if I still see it happen today, I'm not saying that it will or won't, but I can
Gilgeous-Alexander unloads from 13. And it's Daniels with the
visualize
rebound.
it. Black people start coming back together and they get things together.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
But I do want to start doing that. I do want to start uniting. And I was going to say this also. I'm discriminating. If I'm talking bad, any kind of woman about their destructive behaviors, it's to radical feminism. I don't care what the race is. And I'll end with that.
Okay. Please,
Why would you censor yourself that way and say what you would do? I'm talking about what everybody I've been encountering on these TikTok streets in general have been doing. And please don't.
5 minutes of play. One team
Please
played
don't start
hard.
off with the whole
Oh, you can tell right there he just wanted to go for the gym, but the defense too
don't
good
even start doing
and
that.
distracting.
Favorite people at this point that's broke down by everybody equally.
The shot is good on the assist by Daniels.
Okay,
Paczynski's got 6.
personal beef. That's how you grow. Don't bring your personal beef to me because you feel like a still from yesterday. You woke up today with the same energy. That's on you, okay?
okay, maybe I'll say something stupid. How you
And
gonna
for a
say
look
they
at how
run
the
the black or
competition
Wall
stacks
Street?
up right now.
Okay, they did it.
Here's
But
the
why did
latest
you
edition
real?
of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at the Thunder. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying
Just
hard.
because I am in that state. So, yeah, we did rebuild it.
Right.
Okay, so what's the problem? Can I
They-
say something?
I just want to answer.
They're gonna tear it back down, sister. That's not the point. It's the symbolism behind it. So-
Stop being lazy. Can I say something?
I mean, are they bombing Chinatown right
Host, is this not open panel? Like, are we not having a conversation?
Yeah, can I say?
Go ahead. Let me speak. Okay, so this is it. You're saying
Back
something
into that top five.
before
I think
I mean,
for
they're
the
talking about
Warriors,
the
they've
difference
blown away the so-called
the Western
experts'
opinions.
opinions. People who didn't realize how high their ceiling really was.
Okay, when we talk
Gilgeous
about the
Alexander,
difference
good.
of Western
Gilgeous
to
Alexander,
Africa,
fantastic
that's true.
concentration.
Warriors leading by 12.
Okay, when I was looking at YouTube, you see this
Here's
thing about
Daniels.
this year,
Again, Golden State.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add two ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Even most of the time you see it and say, oh, the
Golden
African
State's gone 3 or 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw. First trip to the line in this one. The first one falls, so it's both teams making substitutions here. Both free throws good from Daniels.
I wanted to bring that nonsense home. But guess what?
And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's a 16-point game.
But when they come,
Right block shot, it's tipped, and he's able to get it back. That one falls.
Because back home, you would never see a younger sister insulting the brother. Never. But here, it's not here. Like there was this people.
Here's Daniels. Coming off a stellar performance against Utah.
Having a lot of impact on people from Africa. A lot.
The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket.
And Jalen Williams had a plan there to outwork the defense. He knows you got to bring it to the paint.
Tip drop shot. Daniels from outside. That one, no good. Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Trailblazers.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building. And that one, they just kept knocking down threes. And it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 fakes already from long distance.
People wish they used to most of the summer, you see radio speech is
Pass to George. Caruso looking for an opening. Top of the key jumper, no good.
That's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
It's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
And the Thunder with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Chet Holmgren. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Dort.
Even worse.
Oh my God.
See, it's going to be worse because we're learning the habit. See, women in Africa, even worse. That's what I'm saying. Outside of Africa. What are you talking about? What happened in Africa is even worse. Yes, I get it. It's going to be worse. The amount of it.
Williams is screen on Kuminga.
We get blamed for people picking up our ability to talk shit. Like, here's the thing.
There's Williams.
We talk shit
Lays it up off the glass.
you know what?
Williams has got 9
It's a
points.
captivating
And those are the kind of
Let's just be real. You yourself have been drawn to the flame of being able to talk
He's
that right
listed
shit.
at 6'5",
Okay?
but
There's a big
Jalen
problem with
Williams
that, alright? There's a
so
problem
much
with being able to
bigger
be
than that on the
slick mouth when people try
Yeah,
and
one of
pull
those
the wool
guys
over your
that
eyes.
has more presence on the floor than the
They're swallowing
measurements
their
you look
tongue looking
at on
stupid,
paper.
but someone's just
This guy
insulted
plays
you.
bigger. He's got
And, you know,
a
you don't
great frame.
really
He's got great
think you can
strength.
say
He's got
that
great
because
poise.
like, you should be able to
A lot of
mentally
people are
defend
going to
yourself.
recognize just how talented Jalen
I don't
is.
know what she's
Shea
talking about.
Gilgeous-Alexander
Defend
checked
yourself.
in for the
Hey,
Thunder.
don't be ashamed
And
that
this
you
is
learn how
his
to talk
second
shit
trip
like
to
a
the
black
line
person.
tonight.
We have
Here we are
gathered these
sizing up
skills over
G.A.
300
Jalen
years of being
Williams, and
treated
his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities. But he's equally gifted shooting.
They are. I don't know what Ola is talking about. He's lying.
Shea Gilgeous Alexander has
Especially
arrived as an
Somebody
NBA
say,
superstar.
excuse me.
No doubt about it,
And
Kevin.
then,
You finish in the
before
top
you
3 of
yourself get
MVP
into fights
voting.
in Africa,
That is
do you
a
think
stamp
you
of
can, the
approval.
way you guys
SGA,
used to
one of the
argue
more
the match,
feared
you can
players
beat in
in the
Africa like
game.
that? Now somebody
And this guy is on
Men,
his
talking
way.
men.
Greg, seems
Not
like we
insulting
always
him, but
talk
you know
about
the way,
Shea
I mean,
Gilgeous
excuse
Alexander's
me.
offensive side.
Like,
But when it
imagine,
comes to
you don't just
deflections
say,
and
excuse me,
steals
and
his
they leave there,
defense,
excuse
he's
you,
one of the
what? I
best.
don't start
Yeah,
what are you
his
going to do?
toy
And
ability
the man said, I
is
said, just
sometimes
excuse me, please.
overlooked in
And
the
then she was
mainstream
going,
media.
you think
People
that
in
is
the
normal to you?
know how
Do
good
you-
of a defender
It's
he is.
Wiggins
to anyone
outside.
anywhere.
And here's Gilgeous Alexander outside. That ball, nice feed that time from Wiggins.
Just move
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Drills the three-pointer.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Making perfect sense.
What I'm saying is just what
Pass
you
to
just said
Caruso.
now. Because do you know how many times he did that?
There's
I'm
the
not
three.
sitting down. I said I
That
don't want to
shot
fight
is no good.
because
And
she's
he's
my
1 for
sister.
3 from the
Maybe
floor.
you will have broken so many
Team's
eggs.
rebounding
Because
is a
so most
great
of the time you
measure
come
of
out
its
and
energy.
people
And
that
theirs has
trying
been
to avoid you
terrific
because I'm
here
not
in
going
the
to fight
first
a
quarter.
sister outside. I don't come for you. What I'm saying
Gilgeous
is like that
Alexander
does
with the
not make
rebound.
sense. When you call yourself, for somebody like me now, I don't think
Driving
me and
inside.
Jada or Jamie can get into fight because guess what?
From past the
He's
arc.
not going to get to it because I
Sinks
know
the
when to
triple.
back off.
All I have to
Gilgeous
say is
Alexander's
simple.
got
So
16
here's the
points.
thing.
And obviously his
Like,
momentum
I like
from
to
the
talk
last
shit.
game has carried
And I'll
over
tell you
here
something.
tonight.
Yeah,
I
the
know
coach
the
pretty
return
smart
energy.
for
Return
zoning
center.
in on him
You
and
don't.
giving him
I never told you
opportunities
offer
to
said
stay
anything
with that
mean to
confident
you or
play.
attacked you.
And so it's the
So
Golden State
yes,
Warriors
as an
sitting with a
American,
comfortable lead up
one of
by
the most
14.
American
Their
Americans that you're
strategy
going to
has
meet
been
when it
clear
comes to
tonight.
talking
Work the
shit.
ball inside, get shots in the paint,
We do
and
it when
now
it's
they're
necessary.
scoring
It's
with
not like
ease.
I'm just
We
out here
come
like
back
shooting
right
it
after
off at
this.
anybody just for any reason. If you start coming at me funny and insulting my intelligence, I'm going to unload both barrels into your chest.
Y'all making it seems like I'm coming
I don't
at
know,
you.
baby. You're high slide on the low.
I never came for like for no reason. That was the reason behind it.
And so
There's
far,
reason
through
for
one
it
quarter,
always.
it's been a
Like Lodi,
lopsided game.
okay?
Let's see if that changes
Now,
here in a second.
he might be
And
nice
for
on
the
the
Warriors,
outside,
this
but
has
he's
been the
a
game they
creamy
wanted to have.
filling of bullshit on the inside.
Again,
It's kind of
they were
disrespectful.
sharp
When you
from
get
the
back in
perimeter
there,
right out the
this
gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it
For no
was that they
reason.
needed to do and how to stick them from
Remember,
outside. The defense pretty
you said she was
lost.
a virgin. You called her
Bajinski out there
prostitute. You
with
said she
Buddy
was lying
Hield.
and everything.
Then there's
She didn't say
Jimmy
anything wrong. We were
And
looking
here's
for her.
Daniel.
You didn't
And
her.
it's Green in at the 5, home in the paint. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
You guys are actually
Wiggins from outside. Warriors with
Somebody
the
for no reason,
rebound.
but you will.
Daniels has got
somebody for no
rebound
reason.
number
That
3
baby
here
is
tonight in
coming
the
up
game.
saying nonsense.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
No, that's not what
Hi,
I'm saying.
Kevin.
What
Well,
he's saying
in
is
the
not
last
making
game
no
against
sense.
Utah was all
And when
business.
I think
He
younger
scored
people,
an
even this lady
amazing
that
number
I
of
was an
points, and ultimately he posted a triple-double.
like
That
that.
stat
I
line
think
was
that's
really
just back home.
unbelievable.
These
It's
people
something
don't
you
even
really
follow
had
what
to
they're
see
saying
to
because
appreciate.
I really don't want them to start thinking like that because it's going to hurt them. I don't know why you're not saying that most of the time. The way I don't go after you because I
He is
it
on.
is
And
another
there isn't
I know
all
how to
that
do
much
that.
you can
But
do
for you,
to
it
stop
does not make sense.
Sometimes
No,
you
when it
just
comes
look
to
at a
smoking,
guy
you don't
and
know
you see
how
the
to watch your
confidence
mouth.
that
I
he's
don't know
playing
how
with.
much my
That's what I
mother
like
do you
best.
understand me?
When most people talking a lot, you will talk a lot.
Do you know how many times you guys have come after me when I did not hit you
And
to
we
let
played
into
through the
you?
first minute here in the second.
Right, but yeah, all right. So what we're getting personal here, but I think generally what I think
Outside, Gilgeous Alexander.
what I understand here, right, is a certain kind
That's
of
his
energy
6th field goal
that
today.
a lot of these
And that
women
makes him
have,
now
and
6
which
for
you have
11.
that energy.
And
in
we're all too
the
familiar
physical
with these
presence
kind of
them.
outbursts
In
from SGA.
America, in the West, you do. In Africa, you try and have that same energy. You know what's going to happen to you.
Over the rim and in.
They said
Pushing
you're praying
the
for you.
action, getting
Yes.
others
Exactly.
involved.
When was the
Does
last
it
time you went to
time and
Africa?
time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes
I
pride
think
in
that's
playmaking. It makes you
because
move
that I
around
wouldn't
just a
want to deal
little
with
bit faster
like
to get to
Right,
the
you
spot.
shouldn't.
And
That's
with the
not.
success they
That's not a
had,
good
no doubt,
example to be setting, bro.
where you'd expect them to be firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Hield. Caruso grabs the miss.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
The same thing for here too.
I know it's different. There's something.
How is it different? You
Three-pointers off the
all the
mark.
time in here too.
But then they use the governance as a but the women in the West they can
Okay, what is it? More safety?
Let me ask you a question, Pat. Let me ask you a question. If you had a choice of snapping your finger and having a government that was formed more like the American government, would you choose our system of checks and balances over your Nigerian current regime? Because I can tell you right now,
They've done a great
and
job
wherever the hell you're
tonight
from,
getting out
in
in
Africa, pick a
transition,
government.
so
Doesn't
that
matter.
focus on
Any
fast break.
a structured government that has
Some nice
You
passing
know,
by Golden
there's
State.
somebody that was
And
remember how
Green
drafted
gets it
last
to go.
night.
Tough to contest that one. Draymond went right up into a one-piece
Okay, right.
shooting
My
motion.
genuine response, right, is Anita, and I believe that we should have a system of voluntarism where there is no government. No one is forced to pay taxes. No one's forced to do things they don't want to. They voluntarily contribute to the system because they're a good citizen. So that's my.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid
Because it's been
mistakes
colonized
like that.
and it's been taken
Looking
over
at
by
is out there now for the Thunder. Hartenstein comes in for Williams.
It's been controlled by
And it's
safety.
Dort in for Isaiah Joe. Podziemski finds Green. The three ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I saw you in South
Podziemski's got 17.
Ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why
Bro, you need to
been
show
able to get
it. Exactly. Bro, you need to show it because you're there. Yeah, so you're trying to
Here is Gilgeous Alexander. He is defended by Podziemski.
Hold on, he does not represent. He does not represent all men. That is one angry, aggressive nigga. He does not represent us all.
He was like, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he just responded and have a normal conversation.
Yeah, okay, right. So, but you clearly disrespectful tone.
Gilgeous Alexander passes to Caruso.
Yeah, so I don't know why.
Okay,
Caruso's got his second basket of the game.
Me and Secret is okay. So me and Secret was having a little dialogue, right? So okay, so Secret.
That's your problem.
So Secret. So Secret. Why'd you refer to me as some bitch ass then?
Butler dishes
That's
to
what
Daniel.
you. I mean, he come in the shower. Why is that? Why is no?
And it's Golden State with another.
Yeah, he's got to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story.
Whatever we did
Shams,
against
what do you
Showtime, this was pretty good.
Teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron.
Man, you see how all it takes is one disruptive force to come in. We was having a good intellectual conversation. Y'all man, I swear, we was having a very good, constructive conversation. I feel like people was touching bases. Me, Deja, Pattern, we was having a great conversation. Nana, she was involved too. But yeah, like, you know, and then here we go. Right back to the fucking degeneracy. Right back to the lowbrow content. But I guess we need it for the engagement. So, hey, I'll just bow out respectfully until y'all get back to having a real intellectual convo. Because, damn, y'all are not stimulating me intellectually at all. I want to see people intellectually dominate each other until y'all come to a good conclusion. Because that's how we evolve as human beings. Not just arguing.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that I had to respond to that, but I have to point out the fact that exactly he's coming with that energy. It's not just male or female. That I don't tolerate it from. So you can see, why should I tolerate disrespectful low IQ person that's not able to articulate himself in a way that is respectful, right? That's the basic line. So clearly he has good intention. If you can control the words that come out of your mouth, you can control your lips. I don't think you can control the thing between your legs. So it's a pattern where yes, this one just like right, bro, like you're trying to call me out.
Now,
Bitch, like, okay, just unwarranted shame because you have
back to Caruso. Pass to Hartenstein.
IQ to be able to articulate your argument.
Here's Gilgeous Alexander.
Yeah, I'm just gonna land the point I was trying to make about having a voluntary system
is the
where we
difference. It's
volunteer
allowed
to
them to
contribute.
build this lead.
Daniels. And the shot goes
Yeah,
down.
man, it was.
Daniels has got 29.
That was interesting. But,
Unwilling to let
no,
even
I'll
for a
respond to that,
moment.
man.
That's
And I'm
his
sorry, we
killer
wouldn't be able to
instinct.
have nothing
Just
like that, man. The reason why we have
He's the guy that you want to
U.S.
go to
military
right now,
everywhere
trying
that
to
you're
put
seeing
this
is
one away.
because
And that one
United
drops
Nations
for
wanted
him.
that we were the
And
most
looking to get
dominant by dropping
stronger,
the
Homer
nuke
fights through the
Japanese.
bump. Tons
So
of time for him to grow
everything started
into that
revolving
frame.
around America. Like you said, we're
And
having
there's Daniel. That's good.
money.
And
Everybody
this
uses our
is
money, the American dollar.
31 points
We're
for
everywhere to
Pete.
protect basically the
And
world
Gilgeous
police, man.
Alexander's
So
got the ball here for the Thunder.
nobody
They
paid
host the
tax,
Kings
especially
after
here
this
in
game,
the
and
U.S.
that game will kick
Nobody
off a
paid
4-game
taxes.
homestand.
Wouldn't have the defense that we do have and things that we have like other countries
Holmgren
don't
with it.
have. Like there's,
Top of the key,
generations
Hartenstein.
behind us when it comes to protection or whatever and things like that.
Here's
So
Caruso.
yeah, so
And the
it
rebound
worked that
goes
way.
to the
But
Warriors. Daniels has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Hield kicks to Daniels. No good with the
Anyway,
layup.
well,
The
I'm
defense
being
ready
late for
for
that.
him
So
on
they
that
came up here
possession.
to
They
address
had to
what
be because
I
he
was
is so
saying,
strong
and
in the paint.
I got dropped and apparently
Pass to
shut
George.
down in the middle of my explanation of
Hartenstein
my
with it. He's
grievances.
covered by Daniels.
But I know who did come up
Outside,
here for all
George.
of that energy. It wasn't a woman.
Offensive
It
rebound.
wasn't a black woman. All
Hartenstein.
right, you're
Good for
over
the
here
basket.
all,
Starting off
being
1 for 1
in
with that shot.
well-working, functioning
And they
order.
keep hammering
Okay.
away at him inside,
And I'll tell
forcing
you
the
something.
ball into the paint.
Here's Daniels.
A lot of you men
Caruso
come on the
grabs the miss.
interwebs and say a bunch of stuff also that you ain't got the intestinal fortitude to push out your face in the real either. Not just women. I don't care in America or Africa, you wouldn't say any of the stuff y'all be saying sometimes. So I don't want to hear about what black women would do in Africa.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole
Your
lot dropping
governments are
out there
somewhere
for
you.
them. Pass to Holmgren.
What I'm saying is, for me, for somebody
George,
like me,
wide open.
I don't give
A three-pointer, no good.
Before
For
you
the
see
Warriors,
people
they
after
won their
people,
last contest,
then
that
I
game
will
against the
give it that
Jazz.
person.
Yeah,
No,
and that one,
the only people I will not go outside, I'll just be looking at you. These
between
people
the
that
two
know that's
teams.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure if their last game
She's
was
not
a
saying that, let me
basketball
just let
game
her
or
have
a
her
wrestling
way.
match. The
But
way they
one
went
thing
about
I
it,
know
just
is
so
there are things
physical
that you
and
cannot
dominated
do
it.
back home.
Time called
Like
here.
you
The
say,
Thunder
I live with a lot
decide
of
to
brothers,
talk it over.
and I know
Last time they
that
lost to
when
the
you do some
Warriors.
certain things, there are
Yeah, I
some
mean,
stupid
on
things
the
you don't want
road,
to
their
do.
defense
You really
was
don't want to
just
put yourself
overrun.
in that, that
Couldn't match
place
the intensity
against us.
of the opponent,
So
and
you have to
it
respect
cost them.
yourself.
Well, let's hope there isn't any
Get respect
carryover
as well.
from that letdown
All
in
this
this
thing
one.
of facing people that you want to fight them, it's really not my thing.
And some changes here for the
Like, we
Warriors.
don't grow up doing
Jonathan
things like
Kuminga
that.
comes in for Butler,
We don't
and Curry
fight
subbed in for Buddy Hield. Jalen Williams is checked in
I
for the
didn't even
Thunder.
forget what I was trying to talk about. I was talking to Paradon and y'all start sword fighting each other. Like, for what? Now I forgot what I was about to say. You just keep skipping.
Pass to Caruso.
Yo, so I'll say this. One thing, I'm highly sophisticated, so I'm not even going to go down that road. Next thing I was going to say is I thought you were in South Africa because you said they've been colonized or whatever the case may be. So I didn't know. I don't know if you're in the UK or whatever, but I know that from their rich origins that a lot of black people came from Africa. That's what I was asking you the question. I wasn't asking you to be disrespectful. I'm not really a disrespectful person unless somebody gets sideways. Also, to you, A's, you've heard me before. In fact, I do solution-based conversations. If you come at me sideways, you already know I'm going to come at you sideways. And if I see you in real life, I smack the dog shit about you. Any of you. But at the end of the day, what I want y'all to understand is that, yes, I have these conversations with all y'all, converse with every single one of y'all. And I look at it like this. I can tell that there's some trolls on here that just want to get on here to have fun and fight. That's not me. But if you come at me sideways, I'm coming back at you sideways. That's all I got to say. And I land with that shit.
Bro, you make black man look so bad. I know you don't, and that's the problem with our community.
And you still a bitch,
Y'all
bro.
niggas don't care, bro.
Who cares?
You not even a YN, bro. You an old ass nigga. That's the bad part.
You don't even have to address me, though.
You just said my fucking name.
Address me, though.
I don't know who has power in this.
You don't have to address me.
I mean, not only is Jamie. Jamie got the powers.
Mute them all.
Better stop blaming us brothers for everything.
Stop being in the line of sight when shit be happening.
What?
You know what
Listen, I do have to say this. I mean, I understand that people come and stuff, but I just,
right on
you know,
target.
and I
Williams
don't
has
think I
got
like
12 in the game.
my turn, but
This is so accurate
I
from
don't
deep.
think
Williams can
people
torch you.
should be
Here's
talking
Daniels.
about somebody's IQ. But when people ask where
Pass
somebody
to
is from, a
Bajinski.
lot of times that just gives context to their
Buries
point
it
of view.
from
That's
three-point
believe it or
range.
not.
Seemed
Where
to be
you are
laying in
from
the
does give
weeds there in the
context to
first
your
quarter, but
perspective
now
and
we're
your
seeing
ideas. That
him
being
come
said,
out, put all the
I gotta
cards on the
again
table,
assume that you're talking
ramp it
about
up.
people with this
And
British
for such a
accent
young player,
because I just
Brandon
listened to somebody
Bajinski
come up
has a
and
mature
rant
game.
for hours
Well, Kevin,
about
his
like
intellect
demons and
out on the floor,
Satanism.
I think, is
I
at
think
an
people give it a
elite
lot of
level.
intellectual
Brandon
credit
does
just
such a
because
good
it's
I
job
told you.
hovering
You could
around the
say what a
basket to
British
get
accent is. It sounds
rebounds.
like it makes
He
freaking
advances the
sense.
ball with the
And you
pass.
know, we're actually
He's
the
driving and
oldest
always looking
head
for
in the
angles. So this is an
we don't have
advantage-created
government at
play.
all. We just
And Brandon
volunteer
does
all
a
the
great
time.
job of
Like,
that.
what the hell are
And
you
the foul
talking
called
about?
on
What?
Jalen
Yeah,
Williams.
because you're low IQ.
That's his first
Well,
foul.
let's
have no idea at
Isaiah
all.
Joe, he's
well, here we
checked in
go.
for
Everybody
Alex.
started fighting again.
Yeah, well, if you're saying because I've got a British accent, I'm talking nonsense, but it comes across as
No, I
sophisticated.
mean, that's oh no.
You would say that?
Yes, it does to a lot of people, but you are talking nonsense.
Not to me, though.
No. Okay, so explain to
Kind of leave, but a lot of
Okay, all right. So the main point I was making that demons are running this world, right? That they're encouraging destruction
Yeah,
and
you're
division.
making a point about demons running the world.
Yeah, you can't see that pattern of behavior.
Context where you prove that there are demons and you prove that demons are running the world.
Okay.
You know what?
So
If that was like, it was the whole everyone's gonna volunteer to pay taxes thing for me. Like, oh, for real?
it's just a suggestion. I'm saying I don't believe in that other system, in the current system, right? I gave a suggestion. It doesn't mean you have to adopt it. You asked a question, I responded. You don't have to.
I told you, you sat here and said that if black women were in Africa, we would have to deal with this, that, and the other. And I said, there's a lot of stuff in Africa that I personally wouldn't want to have to deal with, not the least of which is your government. And if you had to pick one, what would you pick? Ours or yours? And you went, well, I pick a system of volunteering. So you don't believe in anything realistic. You are unrealistic ever.
Okay, how am I unrealistic then? What am I doing that's unrealistic, like in this world? I'm just giving a suggestion.
Everything in seashells, then you're right. That works.
I gave a suggestion. I said I don't like the fact that all of these governments encourage destruction and division. I have to live within the system. I understand I have to operate within it and operate.
But you like the fact that black women would be intimidated to speak their mind in Africa. You like to pick and choose what part of the tyranny you want to ascribe to, but you don't want to ascribe to the government that has a well-functioning, working social system that sets up for people on the top and the bottom and everywhere in the middle. But when it comes to women having an opinion, you're like, well, you was in Africa.
No, I was saying the same. Yeah, exactly. But am I talking facts or not? Is that not the reality?
Yeah, but the other fact is that nobody wants to live in freaking Africa under your regimes. Your government sucks. So why is that like a point of, like, nobody wants to live there with a government the way it is, except for the people who are benefiting from the corruption.
Exactly. Well, I'm not disagreeing with that point. I didn't say that that's
so why would you even bring up how women would be, basically intimidated when, guess what? Most of y'all are living under some form of intimidation.
Okay, well, I don't know. You got muted. I didn't mute you. But yeah, I didn't disagree with that point. There is wrongness is wrongness wherever it happens, right? I'm not trying to say that the African governments are perfect. I'm not trying to say the Western governments are perfect. There are good things about the Western government in the sense of that they provide the highest standard of life in the world, and I respect that. And this is why we have these platforms. So I'm not taking away from that. So those are the good things about that regime. So can't we point out the bad things about that regime? The same way we can point out the bad things about the regime in Africa too. We can say, that they're extremely corrupt, and people do need to take back control of their country, of their resources, because they're being pillaged. So it's both things can be true at the same time. I'm not trying to say like there are clear benefits of the system in the West, that you have a higher standard of living, but it's significantly at the expense of people in third world countries because they're taking their resources. So of course I'm an idiot.
Thank you. That's the whole point. Is you have a lot of freedom as a man in Africa, but it comes at the expense of women having their freedom. So don't come at me and talk to me about what a woman can and can't do in Africa. Because first of all, I ain't in Africa.
Okay, all right. So explain to me, how does it come at the expense of women then in Africa? How does that work?
Okay, well, let's put it like this. If a woman's getting beat in her home by her husband in most parts of Africa, but she can't prove it, and he's paying all her bills, and she lives in a big old nice mansion, but it looks like she's living the perfect life, and she says, well, I want to leave him, and I want him to support me because I've had all his children, I didn't get an education, and I don't know how to support myself, but he's been beating my ass. Is she going to have that support?
No.
There you go. That's bullshit.
Okay, so then she's forced to stay and work it out in that family unit. I'm not trying to say if it's abusive, she definitely should leave. But if it's just something superficial, like, oh, I'm not feeling happy.
I literally said beating her ass.
Okay, right. So
her, not that. Okay.
No, I repeated that. I said if it's abusive, then of course she should leave. However,
but here's the whole point. Even if it is abusive and she leaves with nothing and goes back to the dirt.
Well, it's better than being in an abusive relationship.
Yeah, but in the West, you don't have to deal with that shit. Okay.
So, what's the alternative in the West then? That she can take the man to court and then take everything that he's got?
First of all, he's going to jail for beating her ass.
Okay, he's going to jail, and then she can take all his assets.
No, all of it, but he's definitely going to have to equalize her, living arrangement so that she can go and live a life that is not, in the gutter.
Yes, and it's good.
It's not fair for you to require somebody to, live under your terror, and then when they finally get fed up, you're like, well, go back to the dirt. Like, no, that's not the way you. That is the antithesis of the government that you said you'd like to see happen. This volunteer.
No, I didn't say that. No, don't. Yeah, I said voluntarism. So people contribute to a system that they believe in. So
okay.
But that's.
I'm gonna go ahead and finish drinking my dinner. I don't give a shit. I'm muted.
Okay.
Hold on. Why don't we go to the tri person because they came up and they haven't spoken yet.
Okay.
Troy, you there? Or Tree?
What? Number 11.
Whisper. Hey, Tree, you there?
There's 1:26 left to play here in the half. Here's Daniels.
Spanish.
Good job in the low post. Daniels has got 35 in the game.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of help to try to get back in the game.
She won't have anything to do. I have a
pass to Hartenstein. 6 to shoot.
She can still be
good. Hartenstein got 4 this
quarter. Go to jail. People have to go to jail.
Some more shots from that range.
No, just telling you right now, like, they're going to take that guy to jail for beating the
that one on Williams.
Oh my God.
The Warriors have been all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
We're trying to talk about more generic relationships, right? Most relationships aren't abusive.
Second free throw,
Men generally aren't.
And we haven't seen them be quite as
I'm
aggressive.
talking about the instances where women have the freedom to say, go fuck yourself, and get slapped.
Yeah, you wouldn't focus on that area. I'm trying to highlight the majority. I'd say, definitely 60%, right, of relationships abusive, right? So that's the dynamic that we're trying to mainly focus on, and focus on the outliers. I don't think the majority of relationships.
60%.
Let them get to work.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game.
It's new. I'm just saying that to demonstrate the majority, right? So why would you say, okay, right, if something has a, why are you going to focus on the minority?
That's what they do. That's what they always do, bro.
Big time effort.
Greater than 60%. I think like 80% of the nation just
in this one.
Big miscommunication.
Yeah, this is what you need.
20% chance to get your gut high school team kicked in. Okay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting,
Reality
so
of
they
anything,
might
there
as
is
well
always a
talk to
ratio.
one another.
You don't go outside
It's
and
the
it's
Golden State Warriors having no problems at all. Up 29 points.
there is a
into the next
possibility
quarter.
of you
From
not
the
coming back
field,
home
they have
to
been
me.
outstanding, amazing shooting.
Pattern.
That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
If you see somebody dodgy, don't walk them that way. You just have to make the correct choices. Doesn't mean that but this is the reality of life. You can't appreciate hot without cold, without down. So this way it becomes ridiculous. Now, why are we focusing on the negatives and saying right? That's why you're focusing on something. Then
to bring up that women would get slapped up in Africa if they ring their mouths like they do in the West. That was basically why you said that. So that was a negative way. Putting women here shut up and women out there no. We're not going to shut up. You know,
I didn't say shut up.
That's the best part about it because American women
Welcome everybody. The story at the
Okay, so having a good conversation.
Dominating performance for Golden State.
Going to instead of saying, you know what, okay, we can have a dialogue,
3-point shooting.
right?
Wow,
We can
I didn't get a
have a conversation. So if somebody's saying something,
University
right,
either.
like I can
do
get
know a little thing about
fair
threes.
enough. For me, that's something
I heard you applied to Shaq
But
University.
if you want to get physical and threaten to delete somebody, that's an extreme.
Okay, fellas, now we'll look at the sharpshooters lining up for the three-point contest.
In this conversation,
now that we're close to knowing who will be participating, some of these guys might be in the gym early and leaving late.
Instead of saying, you know what, maybe I need to change my attitude.
If you're not prepared, it's easy to look bad in this.
You know what I mean? Or regime or something, right?
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
Of deleting people. And it goes back to the original point I was making, that demons are running this place and then people are just following their mantra.
But that's a very deep conversation that most people aren't really ready for, Brian.
Well, we've got
you
a second half of
from
basketball
there,
for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from P in this one.
The burst he's had when going at the rim has been fantastic. A lot of strong finishes through 2 quarters.
This is why the best athletes in the world play this game. If he finds a hole, he rips through and throws it down.
Because this lady's not in Africa, and she's talking shit about Africa. Let her keep her mouth shut.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight. So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. Pass to Holmgren. This one for 3. Rebound by Butler.
Plus 8 in the rebound differential.
Exactly.
One more reason why they're in control.
Golden State moving it around. Here's Daniels. And the basket is good.
She will mute. When the person is talking, she will come again. What the fuck? You don't listen to this bullshit. You don't listen to this woman that is trying to gaslight. You come with a manipulative way. And you men are there. Well, you need to quiet anyway. Me, I don't take those bullshit. I don't take those bullshit from this slimy. See, let me tell you something, guys. You people don't understand the power of manipulation from all these women. They are snakes.
42 points for P.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there. He finds the open spot.
You get used to it. I'm even worse. Like, I used to fight everybody. I didn't say you fight everybody. I said sometimes you're coming for people they did nothing to you.
Gets right through their high basketball IQ play.
And yes, it's good.
Gilgeous Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you.
We never gonna go back to a good conversation.
He's not talking about me, but okay, so why would you?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an elite scorer. Coach Mark Dagnall said the sign of a good player is being a source of reliable offense. At the same time, he's learned to impact the game in other ways, and that's why he's a really good player. He's not just a hired gun scorer. Kevin?
Totally agree, D.A. He is a franchise cornerstone type of guy. We thank you for the report.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Pass to Williams. Over Daniels. Back to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Hartenstein with a screen on Curry. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Daniels kicks to Butler. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Over in the corner, Williams. Holmgren with the bounce pass. To the inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Daniels, no good. And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren. He's covered by Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up and in on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 27. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And that one's good. Daniels.
Yeah, I know you want to focus on the shooting with Steph, but man, he's going to make plays too.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Butler from outside. That shot, no good. Thunder have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Here's Williams. Warriors with the rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. Here is Daniels. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight. He got it again. Sensational.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Dort. They get it again. Holmgren can't cash in from close range. Warriors have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. It's stolen by Dort. One-on-one here. Pass to Hartenstein. On the wing, Williams. He's defended by Pajemski. Here's Holmgren. And it's in there. Holmgren's got his second bucket.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Here's Daniels. And got it. Another basket.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Warriors with the rebound. Now Daniels. No good that time. Excellent D there from Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Hartenstein with the bounce pass. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 4, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And money from the stripe. SGA could close his eyes and knock that down.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
And I feel like there's been an old school aspect to what they've done tonight, and that is pounding the ball inside, getting it down low, getting those looks in close. That's been effective. Well, he's leading everyone in points right now. His teammates keep feeding him the ball, and he keeps delivering.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Outside, Dort hits the three-point bomb. Dort's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
You see Dort's growing confidence over time, comfortable rising up and firing off the catch.
And yep, another basket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. And once more, he gets it. Another bucket from Daniels. Daniels has got 58.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
2 points. That one goes.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Daniels. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Let's take a look at the numbers for Stephen Curry.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
First free throw is good for the Thunder. Williams comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And Aaron Wiggins is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pass to Williams. Back to Caruso. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Caruso's got his third basket of the night.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Three-pointer, Daniels bangs home the trifecta.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Pass to Williams. Wiggins up top. On the wing, Williams. Defended by Payton. A shot by Williams, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Pass to Caruso. Over Daniels. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 65 points for P.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Now here's Caruso. Not a lot of room. Williams dishes to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Daniels with it. Williams picks him up. Lets it go from the wing. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. Wiggins outside. Dort kicks to Williams. Back to Dort. Wiggins, that's a screen for Dort. to halt the run, and they get it back. Second chance shot. And it's Wiggins missing. Payton looking it over. Here's Daniels. And that one, good. 69 points for P.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Five seconds left to play here in the third. Fires from way outside. And so it's the Golden State Warriors going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point. Now let's listen in to head coach Steve Kerr.
All right, great pace, great energy. Keep throwing the ball ahead. You guys are just making the simple pass. That's good stuff.
Urging his team quite clearly to... to make substitutions. We've got 1:13 left to play in the final quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Now here's Williams. He's covered by Daniels. The offensive rebound. For three, Holmgren hits it from three-point range.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And they kick.
Wanting to do whatever is good for the team on any given possession. That time, Dort playing unselfishly.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Holmgren finds Hartenstein. Over in the corner, Dort. Over to the left wing. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Curry. Here's Daniels with the drive. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
So far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. It was a tale of two teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you next time.
Good game, MP. MP's box scores look like a video game. Yeah, MP. They talk the talk, but you walk the walk.